What is up, greedy guts? It's your boy, Big Umami, and today we're starting a brand new series called, wait for it, Vinyl Roulette. Yes, standard disclaimer, this series is not the best series in the world. This is just a tribute. And more specifically, this is a tribute to Masapio's Rhythm Roulette series, which is obviously well known and beloved in the sampling community. So let's start, shall we? So of course, unlike Rhythm Roulette, I actually didn't go blindfolded into my, vinyl shop, because that would be really weird. Just imagine me like with a blindfold and the mask on and the hat, just going in there like,
"Hi, can I have a look at your vinyls, please?"
I came out of there with 3 vinyls. They're all 45s. Let's start with this one, shall we? Oliver Onions, Santa Maria. And look at this. I mean, just look at it. Why did I choose this one? Because it's got titties on the cover. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I don't have many rules in life, and I don't have many rules in music production, but there is one rule. And the one rule is, if you find a vinyl with titties on the cover, you just buy that shit. You just do. I mean, ask anybody, it's not just my rule. If it's got titties on the cover, it's probably fire. It's got some fire sounds and beats on it. Just buy it. And also, I mean, the guy is called Oliver Onions. I mean, so let's have a listen, shall we? Okay, so B. A nice bass. Alright, that was a bit disappointing. I mean, you called Oliver Onions. Why are you singing in Italian if you went, through the pain of changing your name to an English name? Also, the music wasn't really all that good. I mean, it was fine, but yeah. No. Let's move on to the second one. We got the 3 Degrees. I'm trying to, see if there's good soul or funk or disco in this. I mean, it's usually, those genres are usually very good to sample. So let's see what it sounds like, shall we? Good bass. Good strings as well. Impeccable voices as well. Right, that was a good song. Not much sampleable material. Let's listen to the B-side on this one. That intro is very interesting. Right, so this was great. However, I'm afraid it's the typical case of GSDS, meaning good songs didn't sample. The songs on there are tremendous, amazing. I would just listen to them as they are without, looking for samples or anything. But I actually didn't find enough sampleable material. The intro on the B-side was actually really, really interesting. I might have to revisit that. I don't know. I could probably do something with it, old school, dark boom bap beat or something. Alright, third one, Gilbert Bécaud, Plein Soleil, I mean, Plain Sun. And the B-side is called T'es venu de loin. I'm sorry, French friends, I'm fucking butchering this guy's name and titles, but that's okay. Because I'm Italian, so, you can't expect me to know French all that well, although I'm speaking English, so... Anyway, yeah, I mean, not many reasons why I chose this. I just really liked the graphics, kind of 70s, like Pink Panther sort of fonts. Let's listen to it. Oh, come on, man. Here we go. Plein Soleil. Oh, so it's pronounced Plein Soleil. Alright, let's listen to the B-side.
Tu reviens, viendras, mais de garçons seront là.
T'es venu comment?
Okay, that was that's okay. That was alright. I mean, it's a fun B-side to have on a 45, but I mean, there was a like spoken word part in the middle, which I might use for like effects actually. And you know, sometimes you buy these vinyls with the idea of finding like the perfect loop or something that, you know, it's very choppable and you're gonna use for a killer beat straight away. But sometimes, you know, you can't find it because, you know, not all songs, you know, have that. But sometimes you do find some other like really nice little snippets that you can just chop up and put on top on an existing beat or something. Spoken word is always fun, so I might use that for later. But all in all, it was a pretty strong batch of 3 vinyls. It pains me to say, as an Italian, but the Italian dude was a bit The 3 degrees were great, but I couldn't find like the perfect sample. But in the end, Monsieur Joji beaucoup. I'm gonna have to go with the Frenchman. You know, the A side actually, the intro was really good. I think I can pull out a lo-fi hip hop beat out of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. All right. Great, so I recorded the main sample and I'm gonna pitch it down 1 semitone. I'll do some quick slicing pressing shift plus the start end button. Let's enter pattern mode and lay down an idea. It sounds good, but the very last slice is a bit too short, isn't it? Now, I cannot extend that slice without spilling over into the next note, so we're gonna have to time stretch it. And to do that, you go into the pitch speed menu, press shift and turn this knob until it says send. Now we can adjust pitch and speed independently. And it sounds okay now. We have some drums that are already imported here. I want to link these 2 hi-hat sounds, so I press Shift plus 7 and get them in a pad link group. This snare sounds okay, but I like to add a little bit more character, maybe something with a little bit more reverb. So to do that, I go into my SD card and look for a break that I can chop up. And this one sounds good. There's a nice tail on this rim shot, although it's maybe a bit too long. So I use the envelope menu to turn the sustain down. Time to add an open hi-hat. I like this one. So let's put some drums down. First, I will lay down the snare. For this, I use 100% quantization. Same for the hi-hats. Full quantization. I don't need any swing on these. Now for the kick, what I usually do is I record the very first one fully quantized, and then I proceed recording the rest of them completely unquantized. And why do I do this? Because as much as I want full control of the manual swing of the kick during the phrase, the very first one is very important, because if the first one is not fully on grid, the entire loop loses lots of impact. So the first kick needs to be straight on the grid. and now my 21-month-old just woke up, so I'm gonna have to continue tomorrow. And I'm back, and after listening to this beat all of yesterday, I decided I wanna beef up the snare some more. So I'm going back into my SD card, digging through some more breaks. And this is a classic one, very old school. And these drums are alright, meaning they're literally all on the right channel. So we need to fix that. We do that by going into the pitch speed menu, press shift and turn the pan knob all the way to the right in order to make the sample mono. We then chop the snare and use the pad link function again to add this sound to the existing snare. Let's play into the old school vibes even more by adding a scratch sound. Let's cut some low frequencies using isolator. Now at this point I decided that I wanted some variation in the patterns, so I copied some patterns around and then I deleted some notes, mainly the snares, and replaced them to create a feel that sounds a bit like this. Let's get some bass going. I imported some bass sounds and I like this one in particular right now. I'm feeling like adding some chimes now. Now, remember when I said sometimes you do find some other really nice little snippets that you can just chop up and put on top on an existing beat or something? Great, because we're gonna do just that. I'm sampling this vocal solo break on the B-side, and not only I have some vocals to play with, I can also use a pitched up organ as an effect, like so.
Quand tu reviendras, mes deux garçons seront là 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 là. Quand tu reviendras, mes deux garçons seront là 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 là.
Tu répondras, t'es venu de loin. Tu répondras, t'es venu de loin. Tu répondras, t'es venu de loin. T'es venu de loin. Très loin.
T'es venu de loin.
Quand tu reviendras, mes deux garçons seront là là là.
T'es venu de loin.
Quand tu reviendras.
And we're pretty much done. I'm gonna close the video with a little performance. I chained some patterns together using the chain mode on the sp404-mk2. But before that, if you came this far, there's no reason why you shouldn't like and subscribe to the channel. Stop freeloading and click on that damn button, will you? Or at least watch this other video that I got somewhere in the corner or whatever. Seems fair, yeah? Alright, see you next time.